Hello everyone and welcome to Revolve's YouTube channel. My name is Emily DiDonato and in today's video we are going to be doing some date night makeup Valentine's Day edition. I did this really beautiful look that I have on right now. I found some reference images on Pinterest that were very cheeky and rosy and blushy, and I just loved them so much with this kind of cat eye going on here. And I feel really happy about where the makeup ended up landing. I feel like myself, but a little bit more elevated. The cat eye just makes it feel a little bit sexier than my typical everyday makeup. Any date night makeup that I have, of course, is going to be very blush focused because I am a blush fanatic. I'm not gonna lie, I used 3 different blushes in this video because I couldn't stop. We're gonna talk a little bit about dating and Valentine's Day and tips and all of that. So let's do some makeup, play with some blush, and let's get into the video. First up for date night, honestly, any night, we wanna have really beautiful glowy skin. So I'm going to go in with Mercier's Tinted Moisturizer, Natural Dewy. I'm using the shade Maple. I love this foundation. First of all, it's also an SPF, but I love it because it just blends so seamlessly into the skin, and I just love kind of the glow it gives me. So we are putting this all over our face. One thing about me, especially if I'm using a liquid foundation, I don't put any on my nose. That is like my trick for makeup looking as natural as possible, because I learned from the makeup artist Violette, the nose is the center of your face, and it's where people actually oftentimes look first. So if your nose is like very cakey and has a lot of makeup on it, it makes the whole look not look natural. So I always kind of avoid my nose. Even if it has like some redness to it, I think it makes the makeup look more natural, if that makes sense. Next up, I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer. This is the Kosas bronzer, and this is the shade Waves. So I'm gonna go in and put this kind of around the outside of my face just to give myself a little bit of a glow. It is the dead of winter in New York, and my skin has not seen sun in so long. I'm using this really nice fluffy brush from Sigma. Just gonna go in and put this around the outside of my face. In terms of date night plans, it's so interesting. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like Valentine's Day and like what I actually want to do with it has changed so much over time. Like I feel like when I was younger, I wanted to feel this big, like giant gesture kind of. And then with like age and having kids, I just feel happy to have like some quality time with my husband. He works so much, I work so much. And I'm like, I just want to have like a really early 6 p.m. dinner and have like that quality time together. And also, unpopular opinion, I don't really like big flashy gifts for those holidays. I think it's more fun and more challenging to actually ask your partner to like either do something like under $100 and do something more thoughtful. That's beautiful. It gave me like a little bit of life. You see what that did? I'm pleased. Okay, I'm gonna go in quickly now and give my brows more shape and more boldness. I really like in the reference photos, the girls have like very bold brows. Their bold brows look quite natural. Mine are going to be fake because mine are quite light and they're quite sparse. Let's work on them a little tiny bit. Might be here all day. Oh, in terms of what I'm using, I'm using the Benefit Brow in 2.5. I feel like when you're going into a day night, the most important thing you can wear is your confidence. And I want to share a couple of my favorite kind of tricks because I do feel like confidence and being sure and secure in yourself is truly the most attractive trait. Like you can have the most perfect makeup, most perfect hair, most perfect outfit, but if you don't feel confident, it just seeps into everything else, like your body language, how you speak, how you act. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia brow gel. I want to be careful with my first tip because you can't overcompensate if you don't feel good inside of your body. Sometimes when you're walking into something and you don't feel good or you don't feel confident, and especially I've learned this from like my modeling career, faking it until you make it will get you a long way. And oftentimes when I fake it, and that can be a lot of different things, if I'm faking happiness, confidence, strength, you kind of trick yourself. Sometimes the confidence will come after. Does that make sense? Next, I'm gonna go in tight line on the top of my eye with this Pat McGrath's Ultra Glide pencil. I do wanna do a slight wing, but first I'm gonna go in and just get in there to define the top line. My next tip though is go in and lead with curiosity. Do not go in feeling like you are being evaluated. I like to go in and just ask as many questions as possible because I feel like when you're younger, you're really always trying to get someone to like you. I feel like one beautiful thing that comes with age is you're kind of like, wait, do I even like you? And that can come with friendships, and it also can come with relationships. So just lead with that curiosity. Be like, I'm just gonna get to know this person. And by the way, I feel that way even outside of dating. That's why I'm always yapping with every single person I ever sit next to on any airplane, train, automobile. I am like a yapper. I'm such a yapper, but I just like learning about people, learning their backgrounds, where they came from. It's like watching a movie, but in real life. Like you're learning about someone's whole life, and I'm positive it's wildly different from yours. So try to have that perspective when you go into your date. I wish I had a good secret for this application, but it really is just, woo, get through it. Look down. This is not perfect by any means, but I'm gonna go in and perfect it in a second. I'm gonna use this Sigma brush that is very, very angled, and I'm gonna go into that eyeliner like so and grab some of that product and perfect this line a little bit. Just try to get as close as you can to the lash line so you don't have any gaps or anything like that. I always try to make sure that the inner corners, you get those right, because oftentimes I feel like I see a gap there on people. Also, handy tip, having a pointed Q-tip nearby, some micellar water, just in case you need to fix anything. Every single makeup artist always has this nearby because no one really gets it perfect on the first try. I'm just thinning out the line a tiny bit because I don't want it to be too thick. My next tip, and this is like a really tough one, would be if you're on a date, try not to perform. Like I feel like in my early 20s and when I was younger, and this goes for relationships, but it also goes for friendships, I always felt like I needed to fill the space and the gaps. There is such a confidence in just not doing that. It is okay if there are silences and gaps in a conversation, and oftentimes people reveal a lot about themselves in those silences and those gaps, but also just remembering that you are not there to perform for somebody else. You're just there to be yourself, and hopefully they like that version of you. Okay, I'm still going back into this Pat McGrath eyeliner. I also swapped the eyeliner, sorry, REVOLVE. I'm using the Pat McGrath eyeliner, but this is in the shade Extreme Black. So now I'm going in with that same angled. This eyeliner portion is gonna end up being like the entire part of the video because it's quite challenging if you've done liner, like you get it. I'm using the same angled brush. I'm gonna create my wing. As you can see, the angled brush is everything. It just makes it foolproof. This is like cat eye for dummies. This is so intimidating to me. Maybe one day, next time REVOLVE has me on, the video can just be me attempting to do eyeliner with something like that. It's just so tricky to me. I just went in again with the Q-tip and a tiny bit of micellar water to really perfect that wing. But again, the wing doesn't need to be perfect. They're meant to be sisters, not twins. Cousins, not twins. You know what I mean. But I feel like that's pretty even. I'm going to curl my lashes and do the mascara. The references, the girls have mascara on their bottom lashes as well, which I literally never do, but I'm gonna be a risk taker and give it a try in this video. Next, I'm gonna go in and do some mascara. It does look like they're wearing false fake eyelashes in the references. I'm not even gonna lie to you, between you and I can't do a fake eyelash. No, I cannot. I cannot apply that. It's not realistic for my date night as well. So I'm gonna go in and do this mascara. And my last and final tip, wear something that you actually feel comfortable in, and do makeup that you actually feel comfortable in. Don't try to be something else because it will shine through. And I just feel like there's so much power in real authenticity. Let's do some concealer, and I actually purposely saved the concealer for post the eye because you can go in and kind of define your line and your liner a little bit more with concealer if you want to. But I'm using this Kosas concealer, and I'm using the shade 2.5. First, I'm just gonna go in and blend in with my fingers, and then I might take a brush and just try to define these lines on each side a little bit more. That's actually a tip I learned from my friend and makeup artist, Erin Parsons. She's so talented. I'm gonna use a flat brush like so, take a tiny bit of concealer, put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna use that to highlight below my line right here so it makes it pop even more. It's very, very slight, but it does do something. I can always really notice it in photographs. When I'm doing an eyeliner look, my eyes tend to cross in a million different directions. And the reason for that is I have something called Dwayne syndrome. So my eyes like fully go in two different directions. So if you're clocking that and you're like REVOLVE, like you're glitching, your eyes are crossing, that is just my Dwayne syndrome. And I've shared it before on social media that I have this, and so many people come forward and they're like, oh my God, I have it too. And it's made me insecure my whole life. I never really felt insecure about it because it's just always kind of like my party trick. Yeah, see my eyes crossing, so be it. Okay, let's move on to blush. And I have so many options here because I was like, oh my God, blush is the main focus of this makeup by a million because I love blush so much. Let's see what I've got. Got the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand. I have never used this, but I love the color. I think it's so pretty. Let me see what it looks like. Oh, it's one of these. that is so pretty. And it's actually quite red. And I saw this one on Revolve, which I thought was so pretty in so many different types of pink, but I am gonna use this Pat McGrath's blush in Divine Rose Glow. So I'm gonna do this thing that I learned from TikTok. I actually recreated it on my Instagram and TikTok the other day. Somebody basically used blush as concealer, and the placement is like concealer, but it goes across like this. And I'm going to do that for this look specifically because that's kind of exactly what the blush looks like in the reference photos. So I'm like, you know what? Let me whip out that trick again. And it looks crazy, but it ends up looking very, very cute, I promise. And in the reference photos, and just generally what it look like, her blush comes up quite high, which I think is really cute. I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more because I do like to layer my blushes and do a little bit of this Ilia blush on my cheeks just to add a little bit more pinkness. Okay, cute. I feel like some people might be looking at this and think it's too much. It's never too much for me. Next, I'm gonna go in and do some highlighter. I'm using this Pat McGrath's highlighter in the shade Skin Fetish. I'm just gonna do it on my cheekbones like so, and do it on my cupid's bow and the bridge of my nose. And I actually am also gonna go in with a little bit of this into my inner corners. I could definitely add some more definition to my eyes, but at the same time, I'm kind of letting the cat eye live its life and be the center of the focus. But I did really like this kind of highlight in the inner corners that you had. I just went off camera for 1 second and I got tempted by this Charlotte Tilbury blush. And then I started applying it and I was like, I have to tell them I'm doing this. I was just like, I wanna see what it looks like. I've never used it, so I was so excited, and it is so pretty. This shade is so pretty. Dream Pop, I think that's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Next, we need to choose a lip color. I have quite a few options here. This is Rose to Flame. It's like the cutest little tiny Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. Also, little tip for when you are doing lipstick versus like a tinted lip balm. I literally take my toothbrush before I do my makeup and physically brush my lips. And it is the best way to like exfoliate your lips before you apply something like this. This feels like a little too much for me. That's better. A little bit more natural. I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes one more time. And I really actually think that this Charlotte Tilbury blush just took this makeup the place I want it to be. I am ever so tempted to add the slightest bit more of definition to my eye. So I'm going in with this Laura Mercier Caviar Stick, and it's in Cafe Noir. And I'm gonna just add the tiniest bit of definition right here. I feel like it just added that tiny bit more of a bump and definition to the eye. Okay, everyone, this is the final makeup look. I love this makeup look because it's very rosy and very cheeky. Blush is like my all-time favorite to play with. I love this makeup because I look like me and I feel like me, and I really like kind of the wing that I did here because it just adds that extra oomph and definition to the eye and makes it feel special and like that date night makeup. My husband and I are just gonna go out to dinner, just the two of us, just exactly what I want. Nice early dinner and to bed early because I am pregnant right now, so this girl is not hitting the town. Don't forget to subscribe to Revolve's YouTube channel. Let us know in the comment section below what other kinds of makeup looks you guys would like to see, and we will see you guys next time.